Hello, and welcome to another hashtag Fridaysews. And I'm sure everyone knows Jen from Today and Jen's Sewing Room started the hashtag, and it's about, where you talk about what you've sewed or what you're planning on sewing, and then just life in general. And I've had a lot of stuff going on this last week. So, I will try to get to the sewing business first. Okay, so this last week I went ahead and I ordered some patterns online. I'm sure everybody saw there was a few sales out there. I got some from Sinclair Patterns and some from CKC, and I think that was all. Oh, I think I got some Ellie and Mac ones too. So that's always exciting for me to get new patterns, and I need to just start getting busy sewing them. I did have my granddaughter this last week, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But the only two sewing things I made this week were for her. And I'll go ahead and insert some pictures in here. So both of them are the CKC patterns, and I made the payton shorts. The one problem I had with them is the legs were way too wide. She's really tiny, and I lengthened it. I think I did lengthen it so that way she could wear them to school. I'm not for sure if I adjusted the pattern or if the pattern was actually long enough. I'll have to look at that. I'll know if I did or not, but I think I lengthened them. Anyways, they ended up really cute. I got to use my binding attachment that I figured out how to do with my cover stitch machine. And if you haven't seen the video that I did on that, I'll put a link in the description box. And those are just so adorable. I just love them. And the other thing I made her was the CKC Tatiana's Trumpet sleeve dress. And it has like the where it flares out. I'll insert a picture here. It's so super cute. The neck on it was scooped kind of big, and in the back it dips down really low, so I did have to put a piece of elastic. I had some I think it's like bra elastic, I'm not for sure. It was just in my stash, and so I used that to sew on the sides of it to hold everything in. So I think that turned out really cute, and she really did like that. She called it her pink rose dress when she told her mama about it. So that was really exciting. The other thing is I do have a fabric haul that I'm going to do pretty soon. So I have been, okay y'all, I told y'all I was going to do like a book on like a sewing journal type thing, and I'll share that more when I get that ready. So I will show you what I made. Now, y'all might think I'm crazy, but I've been trying to learn about like my colors for my hair and skin and everything. I do feel like when people wear their colors, it helps, you look better because it's something that's more complimentary for your skin. So, in by doing that, and in my sewing journal that I'm making, I made little sticker versions of me. Okay, I'll show you. This is a little bit embarrassing, but not really. I'll just show y'all. So this is what I made, and all I did was I had a picture of me, and I traced it out on a piece of paper, and then I traced that little piece of paper onto a big piece of paper in several versions, and then I printed it. So I don't think I'm going to use my scan and cut to cut it, because I don't know if it's going to try to cut like the shorts or the head off, but I'm going to just individually cut each one out, and then that way I can play around with outfits and stuff. So anyway, it's just something to do, okay? I like to keep myself busy. And then this next week, I think I'm going to focus on finishing my oldest daughter's quilt, the one in that last Sew Back Thursday video that I did. I need to piece it together, and it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm going to try to do it pretty quick because I just want to get it over with. Honestly, I have so many things in my head that I want to get done, and I'm planning on doing, and I've been feeling a lot better lately since I've been taking the iron, and I've also been taking those vitamin C, so that's really been helping me out. Okay, so that's all my sewing talk. So sorry it's kind of short, but you know, I know y'all probably are watching a million other Friday Sew videos. And then on the live front, I had my granddaughter almost for a whole week, so her mom could go visit her husband. He's in tech school, and so she went to go visit him for a week, because after they got married, they literally saw each other while they got married. They got to go out to eat, and then he had to go back to his base. So he had a few days off, and she took a few days off, and they were able to have a honeymoon. And so I got the joy of having my granddaughter. And let me just say, hats off to all you moms that have children at home and sew, because when my children were younger, the only time I had to sew was late at night and on the weekends, and I suffered through, and I was able to do a few things this weekend while she was here. Like I said, I did those 2 things, and man, the school zone alone, oh, I'm so glad. Thank God I don't have to do that no more. That is, oh, geez. I'm thankful that I had my children when I was young, and yeah, it was fun. But yeah, so like I said, I had her for a week, and we had fun. We found a new show on Disney Plus, that Lab Rats. I don't know if anyone's seen that, but it was really cute, so I won't go into that. My husband did have his appointment, and I don't think I had talked about that on my last video. I think I had mentioned that we were going to his appointment. Okay, we're going to recap. So, he's had an infection in his bone. They called it gangrene, and he was on antibiotics for like a month or 2, and we were supposed to get IV infusions, and we have no insurance, and we couldn't afford it. So, we've been praying, and I've asked y'all to pray, and I also told him that I remembered when I had viral bronchitis last time that I took garlic pills, and I told him, I was like, you know what, try that. And then I prayed for him, and I know y'all have prayed. And when we went to the foot specialist last time, he had told us that if everything was good, then we could go see him in 3 months. That was this visit. And then he said after that, if everything still looked fine, then we would have to see him in 6 months, and then in a year from those other appointments. And I was like, oh my goodness, we're going to see this doctor forever, you know. But, you know, you do what you got to do. If you have infection in the bone, that's really serious. So this was the 3-month appointment. I was expecting the doctor to say, okay, everything looks good, come back in 6 months. No. He took a long time before he actually came in the room, and when he came in the room, he said, well, I took so long because I had to really look over the x-ray, and he said, your foot's healed. You don't even have to come back. He said, unless you have a reoccurrence or any kind of swelling or anything, he said, you don't need to come back at all. And I was like, wow. I said, thank God, God healed you. So that is just so amazing, and I am just so thankful that God was able to use him and heal him. So yeah, that is really good. And then I've also been asking y'all to pray for my youngest daughter. Her boyfriend, Josh, is the one that is supposed to be getting the surgery in his brain. He had an AVM, and apparently he had a stroke as well. Well, they canceled the surgery again. So he's been up there over 6 weeks at the hospital. And I asked his mom, I said, well, is there any way they can transfer him to a different hospital to do the surgery or something? And she said no, he doesn't have insurance. And they said that he has to get it done there. So I don't know if y'all could please just continue to pray. I know he was still having bleeding in his brain up till the week 5. So yeah, that boy might have a lot to go on. And then the other thing is, last Fridaysews, I had talked about my issues with style art patterns. And if you remember, I had said that I was not impressed by Monica. She's the one I have been talking back and forth about. The April pants I had bought were way too big. I literally had to take off over 2 inches on each side of the pattern. I had to cut it off that much to make it fit me because it was so huge. And when I measured the test square, because she had mentioned, you know, well, was this test square right? And I thought, I never had a problem with the test square. Their test square was at least ½ an inch too big. And so I was like, okay, yeah, that's not right. And to make sure it wasn't my printer, I printed out one from Elia Mac and one from CKC Patterns, and they both measured out exactly what they were supposed to measure out. Hers didn't. I had messaged her back, and I had explained to her, hey, I think it might be something wrong on your end. And so this is her reply. I'm going to read my email, and I might even put a picture of it up here. Hi, April. We're actually not too sure why some countries or some printers, the test square doesn't print out exactly here as when we test. The squares always come out correct size. Question. Hopefully you are able to reduce the percentage so that the square is 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. Let me know if you require further assistance, Monica. Now let me tell you, I used to work in customer service, and not one message did she ever say, I'm sorry for any inconvenience, or, you know, would you like a refund, or, hey, let's go ahead and try another pattern. At one point she was telling me that I needed to go by the finished garment size. Well, they didn't have one for the April pants because it was an older version. And remember, I got a size 30 because that's what I thought I needed. I looked up on the finished garment sizes, that's what she told me to do, on the other pants to see what size I would need. I would actually need like an 18 or 20 on their patterns. So yeah, no wonder why it was so huge. But needless to say, I will never buy another one of their patterns again. You know, I feel like if you give someone bad customer service, it does not look good for your company, regardless if you're the owner or someone that works with the company. So yeah, I will not be going and buying another pattern from them again. So I know some people say, oh, they have patterns from them and they work just fine. Well, you know what? That might be the case. But in my case, it didn't work out good, and I had bad customer service. So that's my opinion on it, and, you know, that's just how I feel. So anyways, yeah, that's at least over with. Yeah, I will go ahead and let y'all go. Enjoy your weekend. Find time and go sew something. Check out all the other hashtag Friday Sew videos. And have a very blessed weekend. I'll talk to you later. Bye.